Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Edo Blossoms. Can I just tell you, I just did. I want to be like the dumbest thing ever. It's not really dumb, it was genius. Idea Factory International had a special or limited edition of Hakuoki Kyoto Wins on sale. Comes with a bunch of stuff, and the Vita version of the game. It was literally like $19. I paid more than that for just the fucking game. I'm like, why? It's like this game has been dicking me since the beginning, because no sooner did I buy these. Well, I've had these for a while, but then they're on Steam, and then Steam had them in the winter sale like last year for like, I think it was less than $10 for both of them, and I'm like, I paid like $40 for each one, and they had. Oh my god. And like it hurts me every single time I see them on sale on Steam. I'm like, no. But when I saw this, because I saw someone post on their Twitter page, and I was like, wait, what is this? And I went, because they had like Hakuoki merch, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I went and I was like, like it was like $18 and something. So honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, it cost more for shipping. The shipping was like $20. And I was like, wait. But I did it anyway. So it was technically like $40. I'm not counting the shipping, but like it cost the same price as the fucking game to get like the limited edition with all the shit. And it's not the first time I've done that, because obviously I bought the like limited edition of Code Realize too. Like after buying the Vita games. I don't know. I'm seriously considering though, like, does anybody have like a fucking Vita? Maybe we should do a giveaway of the fucking first game, like the extra one that comes with it, you know? I'm pretty sure it's the same. It's not like it's anything different. It really depends. It really depends though, because like if it's got like a different like cover or anything like that, like sorry, can't part with that, even though it's the exact same as the one that I have, unless somebody wants my used one. Like, it's still perfectly fine. Like, I don't know. But I'm like, oh my god. I thought about that too, like after I got like the freaking like Code Realize, I'm like, I should just like, because I like got all the stuff, but like the game, like you could like use the game, but I had to use the PS4 version of whatever the second one was. I forget. Future Blessings, because I didn't like the way the Future Blessings Vita one looked. It didn't look as sharp as it should for some reason, and I don't know if that was just me or what, but when I put the PlayStation 4 one in, I was like, this one looks much better. I don't know why. It's weird. Could have totally just been me. Whatever. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that. I also bought a fuck ton of Hakuoki merch. I'm not even kidding. And I want to see, because now I have an SD card on my phone, because there was a point in time where phones didn't have SD card slots, like originally, and then you can put an SD card in your phone, and then there was a period in between where they were like, what SD card? No, you can't put an SD card in your phone. I'm like, maybe it was just the phones I had. I'm like, but that's so stupid. Every phone you can put an SD card in. Like, what the hell? So it's like, my phone I've had for years, and I didn't even realize until my mom was changing hers out. And I'm like, I wonder if I have an SD slot in my phone, because like, I don't remember, like, because like I was used to having, I think the two phones I had before it didn't have that ability. I couldn't do that. And I'm like, huh. And then the phone I had the 3 phones before that I could, so it was like fucking retarded. I don't know. But so I got an SD card, because before I could never record. Like, I wanted to actually, I think it was when I got the Code Realize, like, limited edition. I wanted to at least put my phone up, blah, 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 and, like, unbox it. Like, it would have been the crappiest video ever, because I don't have a fancy camera and, like, whatever. And you would have been, like, me trying to look at the, like, is it zoomed in? Does it look okay? You know what I mean? Like, so it would have been awkward as shit. Like, it was going to be really fucking awkward. Like, I'm not even kidding. But, like, I'm seriously, like, considering, like, maybe we should do that when we get all my fun merch that I bought. Like, because I found little figures and everything. I think I bought, like, all the Son and shit I could find, because he's hard to find. The little figures didn't come. They don't even make him in them, and I'm so sad. I'm like, why? So, like, I literally found someone else that had, like, the little pin badges, and I was like, buy them all! I literally almost bought all of them. Like, I was like, I don't need this many, but I bought them because he's just on nothing. Oh my god, so it's gonna be fun. Because totally random. I know we've just gonna spend. This is what we do, okay? But I never even realized, like, I didn't know until recently about the eat a bag thing going on. Like, I mean, it's probably not that huge, but it's like huge for like crazy people like me who have like fan merch or whatever, right? Where you like put it in like you should look it up. But I didn't know about this, and I was literally like watching someone else like they were just doing a different bag review about different bags or whatever. Because sometimes I'm bored and I just watch random videos like this. Don't ask me why. I don't know how I fell into this rabbit hole. And she was talking about them, and I was like, wait. So Japan is basically doing. Some people are basically doing what we did in the 90s by like putting. I'm sorry, anybody who went to school in the 90s probably remembers this, or maybe it was just me. I don't know. Um, I sewed patches. I had pins and buttons and keychains, all this shit all over your back. Not crazy all over, but like little pins, patches, everything. You sewed it onto your backpack, and every freaking year when you got a new backpack, you're like, but I can't get rid of the old backpack. We got new school backpacks every year. Like, I don't know, every year when we had school shopping, we got new backpacks. You know, it was always a JanSport backpack. Had to be JanSport. And I'm sad that I don't fucking have these because I had really cool ones. Like, it's really cool, like, eggplant color one and, like, a hunter green because those were, like, the colors in the 90s, like, early 90s. But I did. I had patches. And then you'd be like, oh, if I'm going to get rid of the bag, you have to, like, take all the freaking shit off. But when you put your pins or all your shit in, like, you know, I'm going to put a button, like a pin on, you have to sew it on. Because, like, otherwise, like, it's going to, if you hit anything, it's going to pop off and you're going to lose it. And I've had that happen before. Like, oh my God, where'd my pin go? I lost it. I have a messenger bag that I got probably in the late 90s. It's freaking amazing. It looks like the 90s when you look at it. It's like this red metallic-y, like kind of, but it's not like the plasticky. I can't even describe it. It's awesome. I still have like pins and shit all over that. Like, that was shit that we did in the 90s. And, like, but, like, Japan one-upped it. Because they're like, here's the thing that you do. But we've got, like, the clear plastic that goes over it. So you can put all your pins and shit. And they won't fall off. It's like a genius did this. Like, it's brilliant. And I was just so excited when I figured that, like, when I found out about this. I'm like, that's amazing. Because that's the greatest thing ever. Because I have tons, I always see like the cute little pins and things like that, and I have a fuck ton of keychains. Like, they're hanging out. Like, if you've ever followed me on Twitter, you've probably seen my shelf in the background. Like, I've taken pictures of, and like, or where I put up my Code Realize pins that came with. I'm like, where am I gonna put these? I have little pins. I have everywhere, but they're just stuck in the wall or like in a drawer because I'm like, I can't put them on anything because they'll fall off. You know, all it takes is it pops out and it falls off. I'm not going to sew it onto everything, right? Because that's a pain in the ass. Now I don't have to. So excited. I'm totally making one. Or two. I actually bought two different bags. I did. I bought one on Amazon because it's really cute. It's not going to put a lot on the outside. I really wanted a black one, but they didn't have black. But anyway. But like, I know some people do, like, it's a certain character. Nah. Mine's going to be a fucking hot mess. It's going to be all my fucking anime boys. So fucking excited. But yeah, so I fell into this rabbit hole because I've been on eBay a million times and I've seen like all the cute little pins and things like that. And I'm like, what am I going to do with these though? I'm just going to like stick them in my wall? Like, I don't know. Like, and it makes me want to put them all over like my fucking purse or a bag or something. But I'm like, but then I'd have to sew them on because they'll fall off. Not anymore, motherfuckers. It's like the universe was like, hey, if you watch this random video, you're going to find out about Eat-A-Bags, and then you're going to make one because you're going to be excited. I'm putting lights in that motherfucking shit. You better believe that shit's going to light up. I'm so fucking stoked. Like, but I spent a long time last night and today at work going down this fucking rabbit hole and finding a whole bunch of fucking merch. I'm not even kidding. For everything. I'm just sad there's not Noragami stuff out there. There's not enough. Like, there's not it's sad. It makes me sad. I need some Yato in my life. Like, I need Yato and I need Kazuma. I need them both. Like, anyway, now it's just random. But I got a whole bunch of stuff, and I figured, like, if I can get my phone to actually record videos, because before it wouldn't, because it'll only record for, like, 2 minutes and turn off, but now that I have an SD card, that was the whole point of this. Like, I can actually, like, show you guys the Hakuoki merch. I can actually show you all my amazing shit. But people are going to get mad at me. I spent a lot of... Oh my God. It was a bad idea. It was a bad idea, but it's so wonderful and I'm so excited. Anyway, now that it's 10 minutes in, let's get on with this. I just wanted to share that with you because I'm really excited. 2 days worth of... I don't even know. Guys, I don't even know. I'm going to get shit and be like, I forgot I bought this! And it's going to be like Christmas. I got Christmas for myself. So over the next few weeks, it's going to be fucking like Otome Anime Boy Christmas. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. Anyway. The events of Sendai Castle resonated with me for a while, and after some time had passed, I'm really sorry. I'm not sorry. I am sorry. You should be used to this, the 10-minute rambling. Anyway, I found myself alone again, standing in front of Sendai Castle and eyeing its majestic shape. In the corner of my eye, I saw the autumn sky in the background, letting a soft breeze hit my cheeks. Jeez, sure took their sweet-ass time. I bought some fucking merch for you, motherfucker. I did. Hijikata emerged from the castle gates, and his worn expression indicated a worrisome tiredness. I didn't get all of the boys. I didn't. I picked my favorites. I don't know if I got Harada stuff. I don't think I did. Hello, Hijikata. How was the meeting? How? Those numbskulls up in the Sendai Domain's leadership won't hear anything, even with Enomoto and I poking around as often as we were. Apparently, the Imperial Army has aroused too much of a vigorous spirit, so we can't act yet. Ugh. I can't do his voice right now. That's the bullshit they gave me. Can you believe that? Yeah. They act all high and mighty on their thrones in the Northeast, but when push comes to shove, they pussy out. It's pathetic. What? Both the Shinsengumi and the Aizu domain were giving everything they could to continue the fight. If we couldn't rely on our allies, oh my god, allies in the Northeast, then it seemed the outcome of the war would be grimmer than we would have hoped. Let's head back to the inn. The sun's really beating down today. It's really hard to enunciate when I'm trying to do his voice. Like, I don't know why I can't do it, but it's also just me. I can't speak properly today. Or ever. Okay. A cloud of frustration seemed to follow us as we returned to our inn, most notably in Hijikata. Yeah, I'm just fucked right now. I'm sorry. Now I've just ruined it for everybody. Hang in there, Hijikata. We'll be at the inn soon enough. Hijikata's skin looked pale, and watching him in silent agony made my heart ache. We've already given him blood. We're not doing this shit again. Not this chapter. Ugh. Stop worrying about me. How about you? You holding up all right? Yeah, sun doesn't bother me, asshole. I'm fine. I mean, I'm pretty resilient. How can you say that? You stay up all night, awake, just to tend to me. Well, I'm a tough one. When you finally fall asleep, it gives me the peace of mind that I can rest easily, too. Hijikata's lips curled, and he didn't seem satisfied with my answer. Instead, he just stared at me and be like, I have to, because if I don't watch you like a goddamn hawk while you're fucking awake, you're gonna go do something stupid. Stupid. I love you. He turned his head gradually toward the hues of red and orange covering the autumn sky in the distance. I followed his lead, and I looked toward the sky. Huh. My vision suddenly blurred. Hey, what's the matter? Hijikata was right next to me, and yet his voice sounded so distant. Before I knew it, my body collapsed to the floor. Fucking really? I mean, I get it. You've been up all night with it, blah, blah, blah. You're not getting sleep, so I'm okay with the passing out thing. It's the, I perfectly fine, clunk, out. Not even like, I started feeling a little woozy. Like, usually before you pass out, you're like, I feel woozy. Okay. Whoa, my vision is, and you kind of are like, yeah, passing out's coming on. And then it comes on. Like, you're not woozy, like, my vision's out. Like, get a little bit more warning. You should have been prepared. Ugh, dumbass. She can't even faint properly. Yukamura, hey, you all right? Hang in there. When I regained my consciousness, I discovered myself tucked snugly into a futon. Oh, is this? About time you woke up. You know where you are right now? Hijikata! Once I realized it was him, I snapped out of my daze. I'm sorry, I desperately wanted to apologize, but Hijikata was going to have none of it. Oh, he's so mad! You idiot! If you weren't feeling well, you should have gone outside. You should have rested. I'm so sorry. It felt like a stone dropped in the pit of my stomach as Hijikata scolded me, and I could only look down. Look at that. I just fainted. He's like, you idiot. I love you too. I know you were worried. Hijikata seemed flustered by his outburst, and he scratched his head before muttering under his breath. Ugh, well, I guess I shouldn't be too hard on you. You've barely had any chance to rest, especially after what happened with your father's passing. Can't really be surprised that you would push yourself to act like everything's normal. Well, I couldn't deny that I was upset about what happened with father, but I wasn't the only one who lost someone. Hichikata did too. Oh god, that's right. I forgot. She was like, lost father. I was like, I forgot about that. And then they bring that, and I was like, oh, yeah, I blocked it. I blocked it fucking out, guys. I totally blocked that out. Not only did he lose Kondo, but both Sonnen and Heisuke as well. Why'd you bring it up? Fuck you, game. I forgot. Not even kidding. I 100% forgot. Wow. See, my brain was like, nope, 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 nope. Even while looking at merch today, didn't even remember. Or last night, maybe that's what it was. Their death traumatized me so much I had to go buy shit. Damn, that's cruel. Losing so many of his close friends and comrades surely was taking a devastating toll on Hijikata, one I'm sure no one would be comfortable admitting. Till further notice, you don't have to join me when I meet with the members of the Sendai domain. You're gonna stay here to rest. What? No, I'm fine. Today was just a lot to handle, so please. If you faint again, you're causing me trouble, not just yourself. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be out in the sun, and he was feeling sick and he had to carry her ass back. I'm sorry. Hichikata's biting words overloaded me with guilt. I'll be careful. I won't let this become a problem again in the future. You can't promise that. You never know when you're gonna faint. So please, let me continue being with you. Why? Because Kondo, Yamazaki, and Gen asked you to watch after me or something? None of the men who died for us would have wanted you to look after me at the expense of your own health. Well, true, Hijikata had a point. But if he were to know the truth about why I would want to stay with him, I'd say, I want to be by your side. I want to be by your side, Hijikata. Yeah? Why is that? What do you mean, why? I love you? I couldn't continue. I knew in my heart of hearts what the true answer was, but there's no way I could tell Hijikata my feelings. Suddenly the hairs behind my neck stood, tingling me. Yeah. Well, fine. Whatever. If you don't want to tell me, I don't care. Yes, you do. Hijikata flashed his usual sense of detachment, and he muttered quietly to himself. I don't care. Yeah, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, you do. Totally fucking cares. Hijikata likewise seemed caught up in his own thoughts, and he muttered something shortly afterward. Hey, you were close with Dr. Masumoto, right? Well, I wasn't close with him. My father was, though. However, Dr. Masumoto did watch after me frequently. I see. He's a good man. I just can't seem to put my full trust in him. Right. Why would he be bringing this up all of a sudden? I couldn't quite grasp the point Hijikata was trying to make. If anything happens while we're out here, I want you to find him and stay with him. Even if the Aizu and the Sendai were to surrender to the Imperial Army, as long as you're with him, I'm sure they won't touch you. What? But it's not a sure thing that they'll lose. He's like, haven't you done this a dozen times, sweetie? Yeah. Look, kid, when you're at war, you can't just prepare for victory. Gotta consider your defeat as well. With that said, Hichikata turned to face the outside window, and he continued. I'm sure Dr. Masumoto will show up any moment now at Sendai. So when that happens... He fell silent. After a while, he shook his head tenderly. Nothing. Forget it. I'm just rambling. Were you going to try to get rid of me? I said I wanted to stay by your side. Now you're like, you're going to go with him. No, I'm not. Huh? In the empty space of our conversation, I tried to sift through what Hichikata was trying to say. Girl, just kiss him. However, I couldn't understand any of it. Here's the thing. In reality, I'm over here like, girl, just fucking kiss him. Because you know it's going to work out because, game. But in reality, oh god, no, I wouldn't fucking do that. You'd be like, I'm so in love with him, but I'm not going to say anything. I'd be like her, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to pretend it's not real. Just because, you'd go to kiss me, be like, what the fuck? You're creepy. No, with your giant saucer eyes. The hell, weirdo. You know what I mean? All I could do was pray that this brief, peaceful reprieve would prolong itself, even for a bit. This was all we could do, really, in these dark times. Hichikana and Enomoto made another trip to speak with the Sendai officials the following day. Although they hoped their audience with the officials would be fruitful, 'twas not. Yeah, it's no use. Now the officials of Sendai seem to have completely lost the will to fight. What are you thinking? That we should just turn in our swords and surrender to those asshats with them? I don't think they had the word asshats back then, but I love you for it. Even if you're joking, that's not funny. I don't care if we're entering a new era. It should never be appropriate for the winners to enjoy their spoils of war without consideration for our terms. Especially if they aim for Japan to become westernized and dismiss all of its civility, like other countries, about a foreign intervention. That was too much for me to read in one breath, so. Sure, but it's only a matter of time before any of the domains in the Northeast fall too. Well, it's not like there's a shortage of ideas on my side for how to take it from here, but I suppose we'll have to refrain from making any rash decisions until we reunite with Otari. Well, he is not dead, but Saito might be. A few days passed. I hear our forces are gathering in an area to the north of Sendai. Are you planning on heading to Izo? Izo was a large island north of Sendai, which was at least a day's boat ride across the sea. From some stories I had heard, I envisioned it as a place where blankets of snow covered the roofs of houses for more than half of the year. Welcome to New England. It's the North Pole. Is it the North Pole? Is that where Santa lives? You guys didn't know. The Shinzigumi serves two things, the shogun and the shogunate. That hasn't changed. The Shinzigumi shows others the way, right? I smiled brightly towards him, and Hichikata turned to face the sky with a hint of melancholy in his eyes. Really? Because he looks like he's smiling at us. Oh, it's funny, huh? All this time everyone's judged us for not being true warriors, whatever that means. Now look at us. I'm sure Kondo would be proud, watching over us wherever he is now. I bet. I can almost recall Kondo's joyful grin. In this moment, I think Hijikata saw something similar wherever he was looking. Well, that's one more reason not to die then. It was a burden on him, undoubtedly, but Hijikata had seen many of his friends lay down their lives for the Shinsengumi and what it represented. Knowing what it had meant to them, he couldn't allow himself to die. As long as men believe in what we stand for, I can't let the Shinsengumi die. That's right. The doubts that I'd seen in him weeks before was gone. He accepted his place at the head of the Shinsengumi. Seeing him so at peace made me feel the same. You have to protect the Shinsengumi. Yes, you do. He looked over at me, his gaze warm. I felt good. Better than I had felt in a long time. Just being next to him was enough to make me feel like everything was right with the world. Just then, you should leave. What the fuck? That's usually what happens. A few more days of autumn came and went. The men we left in Aizu finally reached Sendai. Oh god. Unfortunately, bad news came with them. Don't you dare. Ah! I was really hoping maybe in this one he wouldn't. We didn't have to watch his death scene, but it still sucks. No, I don't wanna. If I read that, it'll make it. Can we just stop now? Can we just? I don't want to finish this. I don't want to play this anymore. It hurts. It hurts me. I think I'm gonna vomit. Ugh. Saito has fallen in battle. His last words were, "I'll leave the rest to Hijikata." That's even worse because before he was like missing and nobody knew, and you were like, maybe he's still alive, and then now he's just. He could have had him come back. Why'd you kill him, game? Why are you such a fucking bag of douches? I hate you. Shimada's jaw was tight with emotion as he spoke. Ever since this war started, I don't know how many times I've seen this expression on a warrior's face. I bit my lip until it almost bled. It was a desperate attempt to keep tears from my eyes. It didn't seem fair to cry in front of him. Hijikata put his hand on Shimada's shoulders, and he gave some words of encouragement. Sorry I put you through that, Shimada. I'm just glad you made it back alive. Shimada's eyes grew wide, and he looked overcome with emotion. Thank you, sir. Heisuke and Sanan lost their lives back in Sendai, and Saito lost his in Aizu. This meant Hijikata was the only fury left among the Shinsengumi. That's true, we killed them all. Anyway, it's been hard already, but I'm pretty sure things are gonna get worse. Yeah, because all of them are probably gonna die. Well, Shimada might not die, but those two are probably gonna die. You've all fought enough, so... Shimada set his jaw and looked back at Hijikata. I have already given my life to the Shinsengumi. It just hasn't been lost yet. We'll follow you to the end of the world, sir. That's basically where we're going. Well, the end of the Japanese world, anyway. Me too. I'll follow you to the bitter end, sir. I threw my life away before I met any of you. Let me accompany you no matter where it takes us. You guys, we want to fight as the Shinsengumi. We want to fight for the justice we believe in. This is the Shinsengumi. This is fucking sad. If Kondo was alive, I'm sure he would have cried. The Shinsengumi was united in body and mind. I felt a great happiness welling up in me, and suddenly I couldn't hold it in any longer. Tears spilled forth. I know, I'm a cry for Sanin and Saito. I mean, technically we should cry for Okita too, because he's pretty much dead, but... cry for all of our friends, but you know... all my boys are dying, yo. Idiots. He twisted his face into a sneer, but there was no hiding the warmth in his eyes as he looked out over the men. There's 3 of them, it's not like he's got to look far. Every one of them respected him, and they knew the coming battle would not be an easy one, but there was no doubt in their minds. Their place was with Hijikata and the Shinsengumi. The Shinsengumi was a potent symbol of what it meant to be a true samurai, whose devotion and passion were championed above all else. I was really hoping Saito would show up this time. Because you know what? He didn't actually die in, like, the real world. So, like, I don't know why the game has to be such a dick. October came. The Sendai domain was moving closer and closer to submitting to the Imperial Army. Our presence here was growing more dangerous. I mean, Wikipedia could totally be wrong, and I just saw it on, I think it was on Crunchyroll. Like, there was, like, links to the wiki page. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyway. Even Otri agreed that we should leave. I mean, seriously? No offense, puppet guy. You're okay and all, but you're not Saito, so, like, trade? Ultimately, it was decided that the Shinsengumi would head to Izo with Enomoto's fleet. That makes me feel bad. Poor Otri, he didn't deserve that. We left Sendai and headed into the forest. I mean, Saito didn't deserve to die either, but... We'd almost arrived at the rendezvous when Hijikata suddenly stopped and turned to me. Ah, fuck, here we go. Spacey, I can't take you this time. You stay here. What, in the middle of the fucking forest? What? His words stopped me in my tracks. It was so sudden. But why? He also called me Spacey, not Yukimura. Anybody notice that? It's because he loves us. Where is this coming from? There'll be a lot of fighting. You should get away from that. No reason for you to stick with us anymore, right? No, there is. I know Kondo, Gen, and Yamazaki asked you to take care of me, but I'm sure you fulfilled your promise in full. If you were to die in the mess of this war, then I'll be the one that gets scolded by them in the afterlife. I think it's time you're released from us. No! Now that my father had passed, I knew there wasn't something to justify staying with the Shinsengumi, but... there is. Your complete and utter undying love for Hijikata. Even so, my heart yearned to be with Hijikata. Kazama will probably be coming after me soon, but I can take him. You don't need to worry about that. Oh, that's not it. Once again, I found myself nearly yelling. I don't want to stay just because I think I need you to protect me from Kazama. Hijikata sighed. He looked as if he were dealing with a fussy toddler. He just doesn't want to admit that he loves you, and he's pushing you away. Come on, don't be like that. I can't make you happy. It's like he knows. He knows when oh God, it's like we didn't even have to tell him. When he's like, why the fuck do you want to stay? I can't tell you. He's like, whatever, don't tell me, I don't care. He's like, it's because you love me, but I can't take care of you, but I love you too. Oh, tortured romance, I love it. I can't make you happy. Yes, you can. You exist. And you're not gonna fucking die, and that'll make me happy. I mean, not as happy as the man harem route, but whatever. What? My eyes went wide. When I spoke, my voice shook. What makes me happy is... being with Hijikata makes me happy. I don't care about being happy. That's the right answer, but... I don't need to be happy. Yes, you do. Everybody needs to be happy. That's kind of a bullshit answer. I mean, that's the one that gets us the point, but it's kind of bullshit. Like, I don't need to be happy. Yeah, that's what sad people tell themselves. And by sad people, I mean myself, right? Like, I don't need to be happy. I'm perfectly fine with my life the way it is. You like, you cry and you're fucking cornflakes. Like, I'm kidding. I don't eat cornflakes. But like, You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be happy. That's like denial right there. You need a therapist. I'm not asking for happiness. I'm kind of, yeah, but yeah, you are. But all I want to do is fight alongside the Shinsengumi. I want to follow the same path you do. I just want to be with you because I love you. I didn't care what my position might be, so long as I could stay at Hijikata's side because I love him. I never stuck beside Hijikata because of some ulterior motive, or because I sought my happiness as a sort of internal measure for purpose. Please, I'll do whatever you tell me to. Those are dangerous words to say to a man. Or just anyone. Well, I'm touched you feel that way, but I want you to be happy without being with us. Hijikata, he wasn't just saying that to make me feel better. I could feel the sincerity behind his words. I was happy to know he cared, but it pained me just as much. Well, I won't be happy then unless I'm with you, so you're gonna have to fucking take me with you. Here are your orders from the Shinsegumi's chief. He looked me in the eyes, his voice flat and cold. I'd be like, you just told me I'm not a member of the Shinsengumi, so I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. You would impede the function of the Shinsengumi, and will therefore not accompany us to Izo. God, I can't read. I felt my heart skip a beat. Then the warmth in my body began to leave me. My hands trembled and wouldn't relent. Like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Like, literally, you're just like, you're not coming. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Just stand here in the woods until someone kills me? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't go back to Ito. It's taken over, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I can get back in. Like, I live here. Where have you been? I don't know. How am I going to answer when they ask me these questions? You haven't been with the Shogunate troops, have you? What? Who? There's a war? I had no idea. They'd believe it from me, because I'm... You know, they might believe it from her, because she's convincingly derpy. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I was kidnapped in the woods? Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get home? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm halfway across the fucking country from where I fucking live. I don't really know. I don't know the geography and where, like... Yeah, but still, I'm pretty far away. It's not just like a 2-mile hike back home, motherfucker. I'm gonna die in the woods. I wish you would say this. Like, I need to be fucking Scott Bakula. I need to, like, fucking quantum leap into this bitch just so I could be like, yo, where the fuck do you think I'm gonna go? Literally gonna die in the woods if you leave me here. I'm literally just gonna sit here until I die because I don't know how to get home. I don't have GPS. There's no fucking map quest in this motherfucker. He's gonna be like, what? And you're like, yeah. My cell phone doesn't work. There are no cell towers invented yet. I'm screwed, buddy. I can't survive in the wilderness. He'd take me with him. As I felt my cheeks grow pale and cold from feeling, Hijikata stared back at me with a face of stone. You're a woman, and you deserve to have your own life. I can't let us tie you down anymore. Hearing that, all the power in my body had left me, and I fell to the floor. Look at him. Oh, that's such a harsh one. He's so pretty, but he looks like such a dick. Oh, he's such an asshole face. Oh, God, I love it. But it's so sad. Hijikata. Oh, yeah, see? Shoes. So you basically just wear flip-flops. Like, but they're still shoes. Please wait. I wanted so badly to scream this to him, but I couldn't speak. It felt like my hands, feet, and voice were no longer mine. I was powerless. Take care. That's all. That's so harsh. No! The minute he turned his back on me, I knew it wasn't good. It became clear that he truly intended to leave me behind. Girl, you just run and you jump on his back. But... this path is so harsh! I couldn't even lift a finger. Ichikata was getting further and further away, and his footsteps rang heavily in my ears. It was him, the one I'd been running after ever since the Battle of Toba Fushimi. A man that, up to now, was working on chipping the distance between us, bit by bit. I don't want this! I squealed out loud, forcing my voice to be heard. But Hijikata walked as if he didn't hear me. Hijikata! Even when I called his name, he wouldn't stop. Fucking call his first name, he'll stop. And eventually, I couldn't see his back anymore. He literally just left me in the fucking woods. I'll be like, I'm just gonna sit here till I die, you know? What an asshole! Hichikata, even after there was not a soul around me, I remained on the floor in a defeated stupor. I couldn't get up. I felt like something inside me had crumbled. You see, I would just lay down on the floor and die. And it's a feeling of despair overtook my heart, literally, because I don't know how to get home. I don't have GPS, I'm saying. I've been chasing after Hichikata all this time, but he was someone who only moved forward. His life was lived by keeping his pain sealed away, but never once did he leave me behind. He gave me the chance to cling on to him. This is what kept us together. But now, I understood that there were no more chances to gather myself or run after him, or any other childish endeavor to bring us closer. This was it. He cut me off. He deemed me of no further use to him, and he severed the ties that burdened his duty. That's so sad. Tears began to stream down my face. Typical man. Yukamura, I heard a quiet voice behind me, and I turned to see whom it was. Otori? Yeah. Otori. I heard everything. Otori and his men were marching with us to meet Enomoto's fleet. They were marching with us, and you're like, so did everyone else, because he did it out in the open. First of all, we left the town, and then he's like, by the way, you're not coming with us, stay here. And you're like, but it's like you just took a dog out into the woods and were like, stay, and then just left it. The fuck? I'm just going to sit here till I die. I'm a good, loyal dog. I'm just going to sit here till I die. It's awful. I'd heard that he'd been in some of the fiercest battles in Aizu, and they'd changed him. But his suit's still dapper. He'd seem stronger now, like a samurai. I don't think that he knows how to use a sword, but I mean, you know, still, soldier, warrior. Okay, samurai, maybe not. Unless I just don't understand the concept of that word, but I'm thinking, like, yeah, and I mean, we've seen a lot of death. Does that make us the Grim Reaper? No. Like, anyway, that's a bad analogy, but you know what I mean. Like, I just think you're overshooting him there, just a little bit. Anyway, I apologize for eavesdropping, but there didn't seem to be a good moment for me to admit I was here. He was like, he's half out of a bush, like, stop. Whoops. He coughed awkwardly, then handed me a small white piece of cloth. What is this? It's called a handkerchief. Literally, he's explaining. It's called a handkerchief. They use them in the West. You can use it to dry your tears. What did people in Japan use back in the day to, like, dry their eyes or blow their nose? Or, like, you just, like, rub it on your sleeve? That seems kind of gross. Like, I mean, now we just use tissues. Like, not reusable handkerchiefs or anything like that, or like pocket squares, but, you know, at first I hesitated. However, it was more embarrassing for me to stand in front of him covered in tears, so I took it. He waited until I had calmed down some before he began to speak again. You want to stay with Hijikata, I take it? No, not at all. Perfectly fine with him leaving. Yes? Then will you wait for us until we've settled down at Izo? What? Once we're settled in, I can send for you. I mean, I can hardly leave a crying girl here alone. You're a better man than Hijikata. You're a nicer one, anyway. Don't worry. I mean, come on. I love Hijikata, but, like, that was a dick move. Otori. Oh, you needn't thank me. Once you get to Izo, I'll assign you to Hijikata. Hey, it won't be easy work, but at least you'll be with him. Puppet man. I take back what I said earlier about it should have been you and not Saito. I mean, I didn't want Saito to die. But I also said it wasn't fair to throw you under the bus like that and offer you up. But now we can hug you. It's okay, puppet guy. I like you, puppet guy. Anyway. Chapter 5. I was like, how are we going to get a whole other chapter out of this? Like, you know what I mean? With him leaving us behind. Like, I was like, I don't understand how that's going to work. But, well, because we got a lot of choices. So it's like, well, it's not even like, well, what are we going to do? Like, run after him and shit? Like, And there are a lot of choices that obviously are good choices for Hijikata, so it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, it's us venturing to meet him, because what would be the point of choices, you know, when they're not giving us love points with him? Anyway, I got my summons from Otri right after the Matsume domain fell. Matsume domain. Oh my god, whatever, fell. It's the Matsumae domain. Until then, the Matsumae domain, until then, governed the island of Izo. If Hijikata and the rest of the loyalist forces were to operate in Izo, then the Matsumae was, by necessity, their first target. That's a really hard word to say. I crossed to the island just as Otri had instructed, booking passage on a Russian merchant ship. Hello there, Yukumura! When I arrived at Hakodate, it was Otri who came to pick me up. Thank you so much for arranging all of this. I gave him a short bow, and I repeated what I heard in the boat. Congratulations on establishing the Republic of Izo. Well, calling it a republic is a bit of an exaggeration. After conquering Matsumae, they wasted no time in establishing the country that had been proposed back in Sendai. It's a tiny little island nation. How adorable. As soon as the elections were finished, I sent for you. Elections? You've never heard of that term before? You see, an election is... Supposedly, an election was a political process used in America to elect leaders into their government. I'm not saying that that always works well, because not lately. According to Otri, every person receives a ballot to vote, and the candidate, as Otri called them, with the most votes holds the country's political power. So everyone has a say about who's in power? I'd never heard of such a thing before, but it seemed like a good idea. It seemed like a good idea! It's still a good idea! You just gotta, two-party system is bullshit, that's all I'm saying. Like, that doesn't really, well, I don't like this person, and I don't like this person. Well, what did we learn from South Park? You get a giant douche and a turd sandwich. That's what your choices are, people. Anyway. Anamoto is our president at the moment. He's the only one who can call the whole government together. I mean, there's got to be some checks and balances. Did you work out the checks and balances? Did you? I'm just saying. Otri had taken the post of army minister, while Hijikata was made his assistant army minister. You had to wait for 3 months, I understand. Were they long? About the same amount of time as a normal span of 3 months. How long do you think 3 months is, Otri? Do calendars work different in the West than they do here? Yes. You know what? I know what he meant, but it's still funny. I nodded. Still, the fact that they'd already defeated the Matsumae domain and established their own government spoke well for the excellence of the former shogun's military. We'd faced so many hardships and personal losses, so this felt like a step forward, a glimmer of hope. To me, of course, 3 months felt like years, and only now was the dust settling in my heart. Ever since we came to Izo, Hijikata's been different. Different how? He's nicer to his men, which is good, but he spends too much time locked away in his room. He says he spends most of his time there deep in thought, and he won't let anyone come by. I wasn't quite sure what to say. He's in there crying. That's adorable. Otri seemed to sense it, and instead of continuing the conversation, he reached into his jacket to remove an envelope, and it would just be so funny if when we showed up, he just grabs us and kisses us. I'm so glad you found me. Oh my god. I thought you were literally going to die in that forest like you said you were. And you're like, I would have, but Otri stopped me. Because otherwise I was still be standing there. No, I'd be dead. I wouldn't have lived 3 months. I'd have died in 12 hours. If I lasted that long. I think he needs you. Me? My heart skipped a beat. This document officially appoints you to your position. You can get the details after you give it to Hijikata. You know what, Otri? I like you. You're a weird little puppet man, but you seem nice, and you are going behind Hijikata's back right now, and it's amazing, and we're gonna he's gonna get so mad, but I love it. We're conspiring. Yeah, you're my partner in crime. Thank you. I took the letter from him and bowed. The year was coming to an end. I changed into the Western clothes I'd brought because I knew it would take time to get used to them, and I headed to Goryokaku. The main hall was full of people, all of them there to celebrate the establishment of their new government. But Hijikata wasn't among them. Could you imagine just rolling in? What's up, bitches? I'm back. What? Backstreet's back, motherfuckers. Throwback to the 90s. This is why I can never be Scott Bakula and be jumping into like other people's, quantum leaping. And I know Scott Bakula is the actor. I cannot remember. His name is Sam, but like, wait. Yeah, but what was his last name? Why can I not remember? Anyway, I fucking love that show. And why is it not on DVD? Why isn't it on anything that we can stream? Never checked. It should be. I used to love when it would be on like the Sci-Fi Network and they would just have a marathon and you're like, yes, I'm gonna watch Quantum Leap all fucking day. Show was amazing. I'm so glad they never remade it though and fucking ruined it like they do with everything. He was in his room alone. He's crying. Spacey, he's crying. I took a deep breath and rapped my hand against the door several times in quick succession. Otri had called it knocking and told me that it was customary to do it when opening a Western-style door to signal whoever was inside. After a few seconds of silence, a tired voice drifted out. I'm not attending. This isn't the time for a party. I knew that voice very well. I put my hand on the doorknob and turned. I just keep knocking until he's like, what? And open the door and be like, fuck you. I'm back, bitch. Yeah. Thank God Otari came along, because, like, again, I'd be lost in the woods. Excuse me. He turned toward the door, preparing a half-hearted tirade for whoever intruded on his solitude. But he knows best. Excuse me, Pops. And God damn it, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like happy and angry at the same time. It's gonna be great. Look at him, he's shocked. When he saw me, the words froze in his throat. Spacey Yukimura, reporting as ordered. I've been assigned to serve as Assistant Army Minister Hijikata's page by Army Minister Otari. You know she's got a shit-eating grin right now, because I do. His mouth worked soundlessly for a moment, finally closing with a snap. He's, I left you in the woods. I know. You left me there to die. Not cool. He stared at me intently for several more seconds. Then he frowned. It's a mistake. I haven't been told about this. I handed him the letter Otari had given me. I received these orders from Army Minister Otari earlier. So great. He snatched the envelope from me with a scowl and tore it open. His eyes scanned the page rapidly, his frown deepening with each line. When he finished, he shot me a sharp look and thrust the letter and its envelope back into my hands. No, take it back. I don't approve these orders. I take it back. We're supposed to take it back. I understand. I nodded and took the letter from his outstretched hand. Then I tore it to pieces. What are you doing? He looked shocked. I don't care if you won't approve these orders. I shouldn't have relied on them in the first place. I tried to force Hijikata to let me stay with Otari's orders. Now I saw how wrong that had been. I hadn't come to Izo because I was ordered to. I'd accepted Otari's help and come to Izo because I wanted to be with Hijikata. That was all that mattered. I came here because I wanted to. I want you to let me stay. Here. With you. I couldn't let orders be the reason. He had to make that choice. Not fair for me to be the only guy with the luxury of a girl for a page. Especially when I'm sending men off to die. The luxury of a girl for a page. That sounds a little kinkier and dirtier than I think you meant it to. Like, I'm the only guy with the luxury of a girl for a page. I'm pretty sure page duties don't involve letting you have sex with me. I mean, I'm gonna, if that's, I mean, I'm down for that, but I'm just saying, pretty sure that's not in the page duties. So, like, everyone else is like, oh, I'm jealous, you got a girl, and I just have fucking Nomura over here, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. That's just, the way you say that, it just makes me, what the fuck did I sign up for being a page? Jesus. Is that why you left me? He fell silent and shifted, uncomfortable. Or is it because you hate me? Stop this! Before I realized it, I was yelling. Hijikata looked equally surprised. Yeah, oh my god. We're fucking wifing him right now. You always do this. You decide you can't do something, then you make up all the excuses you need to justify it. You say you're doing it for my feelings without even knowing my feelings. When he left me behind, Hijikata had said that he couldn't make me happy, and I should go live my life. But he was what made me happy. You said you didn't need to be happy. And I wanted to live my life with him. Typical man. Like, I'm just not good enough for you. Then fucking man up and be good enough. That's a fucking cop-out, you pussy. Jesus. Now he was trying to push me away again so that he could bear his burden alone. You know it, but like, she's got time for this, and ain't none of us got time for that. Be like, okay, you just, whatever, bye. I couldn't let him do that. You take on so much, and you won't let anyone else help. That's my job. If I can handle it, then it's my responsibility too. What about the people who have to watch you do this? I'd watched him torture himself this way for too long. Every hardship, every burden was his and his alone to suffer in solitude. And I hadn't been the only one. In a way, Yamazaki, Kondo, they all had to watch him, and so had plenty of other people who cared about him. I can't let you do this to yourself. I want to be here for you. I want to help you. What else am I supposed to do? Hichikata suddenly became blurry, and I realized that there were tears filling my eyes. He fell silent. After several moments, he sighed and slumped. I give up. I blinked. I had no idea what he was talking about. He's like, oh, I give up. I know. See, all you have to do is yell at him a little bit. Can't fight an Edo woman. Better to just listen to him, I guess. His voice was gentle, and he looked up with a wry smile. It's kind of fucking adorable that all you have to do for Hijikata is be like, no, goddammit, I'm coming with you. Yeah, but no, goddammit, you're gonna love me. All right, fine. It's because he actually loves us, but I'm just saying it seems kind of funny. Then suddenly, his arms were around me. CG, motherfucker. You better give me a... It was so unexpected, but look at the way he's just like holding her head, too. Oh, it's so cute. I let myself sink into his chest, speechless. Oh! He held me tightly. It was as if now that he finally had me, he didn't ever want to let go. Oh, God, that's the dream, girl. Oh! Oh! I'm gonna smash his face. Ever since you left. I didn't leave. You abandoned me. He stopped, and I could sense him trying to organize his feelings. I got the impression he was confused. He doesn't know how much he loves us. That's adorable. I figured some things out. His arms tightened. I picked up on his scent, and I breathed in deeply. Whatever distance had separated us in the past was long gone now. You supported me. I guess that's the best way to put it. He sounded slightly bewildered, as if even he couldn't believe what he was saying. He wasn't the only one. Am I able to be of any use to him? Was I able to alleviate even a smidge of his pain? Then you're not... when you're not here, it's hard for me to deal with it. All of it. Life, I guess. Oh my god, that's so fucking cute. Ah, guys, I'm gonna puke. With each word he spoke, my heart swelled warmly in my chest, -2. And my stomach is full because I ate too much dinner, and I think I'm gonna vomit because my heart is growing too big and it's pressing in my stomach now. Each word descended like snowflakes, gently gathering into the soft ground. You saved me. I could feel the warmth of his body touching every part of mine. I couldn't stop crying. Spacey, do you think the Shinsengumi still stands for what it means to be a true samurai? Have I done what I was supposed to? Have I led us down the right path? Can you just start talking about us a little bit more? I nodded. The soul of the Shinsengumi that our friends believed in is alive in you. In fact, I think it's even stronger now. We've been through a lot, but it's brought all of us together. Hearing you say that makes me happy. His voice was warm. I could sense that he was happy from the bottom of his heart at the response I gave him. I mean, he's actually smiling. The men the Shinsengumi has left are true samurai. No more need for the iron fist. Yes. Everyone in the Shinsengumi now had the unity of vision that brought a clarity of purpose, hopefully meaning that Hijikata's burden would lessen a little. Well, yeah, and they're all gonna die, so... Just saying. Well, from now on, please don't try and hide your problems from me. I'm here to help you. You don't have to do this alone anymore. It was a sincere request from me. He was silent then, but his arms stayed wrapped around me. Oh my god, I just want to stay here forever. Then at last he spoke. I moved closer as his voice was barely above a whisper. Stay with me. That phrase alone had so much meaning behind it. I had nothing more to say. Oh my god. He left us, but he loves us. This makes up for leaving me a little bit. A little bit. Oh god. Oh. I miss you, Gamora. A long time no see. We were eagerly awaiting your return for a while now. Soma, Nomura. So, how was the dramatic reunion, huh? What do you mean by how was it? I couldn't answer him with a straight face, so I muffled my voice. Nomura's face blushed with color. Oh, well, ever since the Chief, left your side, Miss Yukimura, it looked like he just sunk deeper and deeper into depression. Oh, because he loves us. That's what happens when you leave your fucking future girlfriend in the goddamn woods, asshole. You deserve that. Yeah. Oh, wait, I read that. Oh, no, that was Nomura saying that also. Yeah, he's agreeing with himself. Okay. Wow, Nomura, you're a strange one. Yeah, it made us realize how much he needs you by his side. And now the two of you can be together as much as you want to be. Well, yes, I'm sure we can. This is awkward. Ah, I thought I heard the chirp of a familiar voice. So you were at Izo too. I knew that voice. Oh, why does he have a demon hand? He didn't get the demon hand in any other route but his own. Stop that. Iba, you're safe. But you're injured. Indeed. Sadly, I was injured in combat against some of the Imperial Army's forces. I like that they're keeping that, but he didn't have the demon hand, so why do they, like... You know what I mean? Could they have just, when he had his hand bandaged as the demon, just left it like a normal hand? Because, like, this is throwing me off, and it's weird, I don't like it. Iba was appointed the infantry head of the Ugeki unit during the last election. Infantry head, a leader who commands low-ranking soldiers in a military unit. Really? That's fantastic news. Congratulations. Thank you, but I don't know how much I'll be able to accomplish in this state, unfortunately. But for now, I am here, and all I can do is fight until the end beside Toshi. The Shinsengumi is the symbol of the true samurai. As the words came out of my mouth, Iba's expression softened, and he smiled proudly. For someone like me who's known Toshi for quite some time, I suppose it comes as no surprise. Here, I can live and see the end of my life as a true samurai. Iba, if there's ever anything you need from me, don't hesitate to ask me. I'll always support you and Toshi. Oh my god, they're like, fucking, okay, be my bridesmaids, let's go. I shall. I shall. Do not ever hesitate to contact me. I shall. Thank you. As Hijikata's page, I spent every day assisting him in his duties. I don't know why I don't give people random accents. I just give them voices. But I should do, like, the worst fucking accents ever. But I feel like then it would just be insulting to, like, anyone with an accent. Because I'm terrible at them. I mean, it's kind of insulting to anybody with a voice, but whatever. As Hijikata's page, I spent every day assisting him in his duties. Since coming to Izo, he'd seemed much more at ease during the daylight hours. Perhaps there was something about the northern climate that was affecting his fury blood. My job saw me spending more time around Hijikata than I ever had before. Whoa, hold on. Much more at ease during the daylight hours. That's because you're here. Okay. It was interesting, to say the least. He began treating me quite nicely. Yeah, because he's in love with you. Did you not get that yet? I felt a little bad that I was getting spoiled, but whenever I was around him, my heart pounded. My breaths became quick and shallow just by being in his presence. You're finally admitting you love him. One day, just after the beginning of the new year, Otori came to visit Hijikata. Please, have some tea. Oh, thank you. Your assistance here is quite something. Tell me, where did you find her? Well, I think some samurai wannabe had her sent over here without my permission. You know anything about that? Oh, I was only doing it for your sake, you know. Although, I am a bit jealous now. A cute, dedicated, efficient page. What man could ask for anything more? That your page is a woman? Because a cute, dedicated, efficient page could apply to, like, some of the guys. I mean, like, Soma was a cute, dedicated, efficient page. He might not have been as efficient as us, obviously, but he was still cute. And I'm just saying, don't just ask for simple things like that, Otori. You have to be very specific with the universe. He's like, well, my page is a boy, but he's cute. That's what you asked for. No, my cheeks felt like they were burning up. I tried frantically to busy myself with the tea. I was hoping, perhaps senselessly, to avoid meeting anyone's eyes. Hichikata glanced at me for a moment, then back at Otri, his face calm and serene. I agree. So long as she sticks with me, I don't think I'll ever need any other page. I nearly dropped the tea. Otri also looked rather surprised, but quickly raised his cup to his lips in an attempt to hide it. I felt as if I should say something, but when I opened my mouth, nothing came out. My heart pounded so fast. I didn't think I'd hear something like that from you, Hijikata. I want a wife like her. I'd want a wife like her, too. Oh, dirty. He said page, not fucking wife. Okay. He's like, yeah, I got a page for her. And he's like, I'd want a wife like her, too. And Hijikata's like, she's mine, bitch. Back off. And you're like, wait. You just basically... It's going to go right over her head. Well, she's mine. You'll have to find one of your own, because there's no way I'm letting her go. Now you're just rubbing it in. My face was growing hotter by the moment. I'm like, did you just... You know he just said wife, and you just agreed. And I'm just... What? By now, my ears were probably the same shade of brilliant scarlet as my cheeks. Well, with Hijikata in this sort of, mood, I suppose I shouldn't stay too long, Whoa. We are not married yet. Well, you know what? I don't even give a fuck. Get out so we can have sex on the desk. With one last grin at me, he turned to Hijikata. Wait, oh, right, we're not playing office lovers. That's not how this one works. Damn it. When he spoke, his voice was grim. So back to business. Do you think they'll be coming? Yeah, as soon as the snow melts. Well, if you think so too, I'm convinced. I've been thinking the same thing myself. Anamoto wants to try and work things out diplomatically, but it seems as though fighting will be inevitable. Yeah, it'll be a fight, that's for sure. No way the Imperial Army's gonna just forget about us. Oh, like what? It's a tiny little island that's like, literally like Satan's ass crack. Why would you want to come here? Well, no. Wait, that would make it really hot. It's Santa's ass crack. Why would you want to come here? Just let us be. They're like, look, it's snow. Yeah, let's forget it. It's a tiny little island. I went, delusions of grandeur, those guns, huh? Oh. At last I understood. Anamoto can hope for peace, if that's what he wants to do. But the army should be ready to move as soon as spring's here. Of course. And don't worry about Anamoto and his cabinet. I'll deal with them. Huh. Gotta admit, before we came here, I never thought you and me would ever see eye to eye. I know, right? I mean, I can say this now, but I was thrown back when I first met you. Back at ya. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to do when you asked to shake my hand the first time. Well, I wasn't born into a family of warriors. Hey, me neither. I'm a farmer's son from Tama. Yet here you are, commanding the respect as a true samurai. A man can only be judged by the path he walks, and not the name he bears, and nor the house from which he comes. Otori and Hijikata were two very different people, but listening to his passion as he talked, there was no doubt that he was similarly admired by his men. His words resonated with me especially. I was born into a family of demons, but here I was. All my life I thought I was human, nothing more, nothing less. But the truth in this discovery gave me life beyond who I thought I was, and they accepted me. We choose to fight for what we believed in. And that path led us here. That's all there is to it. Our ambition will never waver. We'll fight till the end and give it all we've got. Thanks for your time. He bowed to both of us, stood up, and let himself out. There's going to be a battle? I set about clearing the teacups. Come here, Spacey. Oh, he turned and stepped out of the room without even waiting for my response. Huh? I set the teacups down again and trotted after him. Perfect place to end it! Oh my god. Do you want to build a snowman? We have plenty of snow for that. We can make it really big, taller than the building, because there's plenty of fucking snow, and maybe we could give him a nice top hat. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here because there's a sort of transition. We're getting to the give him blood section, so I just was waiting. As soon as Otri left, I was like, great, we're gonna jump right into that, and I'm gonna like be way over time, but we'll stop here, and that'll probably come up next. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.